Hi guys, and welcome to your weeklies, or rather to say bi-weeklies for the period of May the 1st to May 15th. I decided to try to do something different this time around, which is a little bit more encompassing spread, given with how many energies were like in the past, with everybody trying to clear something. It was lots of third-party situations. Overall energy was like really low, so I'm trying to really get us collectively out of it with trying to see much higher picture. And of course, being ambitious, I took this spread which is called Golden Dawn spread. It's probably the most complex spread in tarot. It kind of has the groups of 3, and each 3s are differently explained. And regular tarot, every card has a weight, and it's kind of how it relates to surroundings. So without going into the details, it is really difficult. But sure enough, I did get to see a different perspective, because I just finished basically reading for all the signs, and we all have one thing in common. We are putting an end to something and starting something new. So it's a spring cleaning our lives. It's lovely. Some of us are going to struggle through it. Some of us are going to have Tower card through it. Most of us are just going to say, okay, enough is enough. I really want to start something new. And this Taurus energy is really wonderful. By the way, happy birthday, Taurus. And it's going to get us really forward to where we want to be. And it's nice grounding energy. It's going to help to kind of plant the new seeds. I love it. So it's very short, and even this introduction is very short, so don't fret. And at the end, I'm going to pull an oracle card, and kind of like we can see even that love direction as well. And spread can actually talk about the other things as well other than love, but mostly, of course, you know that I focus on love. Also, in a few days, I'll be releasing X spread in about a week from now, so that way you can check that out as well. For those of you who are still having on and off relationships, or you are wondering like what is happening with your ex, trying to reach the closure, or trying to see if you should pursue it, etc., right? And that X spread is on a special still for the next 2 weeks, so it is $45. It has been its regular price is $60, so please book it while it's still on 45 specials. So you can just check on my website www.cattarot.ca, or you can check it down in the description, and you'll get all my information. Contact me via Facebook or via website or via email. Also, please subscribe, share, and like, so that way when you're a subscriber, you always get in your like mailbox something has been released and published, so you are always the first one. Also, the contest that I had for joining the Facebook and being entered automatically in the draw is going to end on the 30th, when I'm going to make a draw. I have decided, instead of one person, that I'm going to give 3 20 minutes basically readings. So there is still time, because this is going to be released a couple of days before the 1st, so if you want to just jump in. However, I'm starting a new contest on the 1st. It's going to run probably the entire month, and it's going to be for every comment, for every like, for every share. It's going to count as one basically entry, so it's going to be for the next 20-minute basically reading. So jump on board, interact. On Facebook, I'm just having a different approach. I kind of like put stuff that is related to tarot and to cats, and sort of like it will be really nice that we kind of as a community kind of learn from each other. So there you go. Join Facebook, like it, follow it, share it, comment it, and automatically you are being entered in a draw for a possible free reading. Thanks very much. Love you. Hi Aquarius, and welcome to your bi-weeklies. So let's see what this period from the 1st to the 15th of May will bring for you. I see here that still a central issue is something from the past. There are some emotions that are affecting you, really, memories, both good and bad. But you're thinking, you know, how to ground them. It's kind of like a feeling of nostalgia, and some aspects of it are making you wonder, like, I mean, if you want to renew them, if you want to kind of reactivate, contact these people from the past. I'm wondering if that is still influence of Mercury retrograde energy. And in this case, actively thinking, like, I know this kind of has worked in the past, and I really want to see how I can kind of like go into this direction. And it's a lots of friendly note, even though this is kind of marriages. It could be somebody who had a role in your life that has been really important. This kind of gives a flavor of brightness and marriages and celebration, and the other one gives a flavor of building friendship and something solid and something really moving forward. Here I'm going to bring it for you. See, kind of but at the same time you know, that could be conflicting energy because it could be like, I mean, that you feel overly intensely about that, and maybe this is kind of like understanding that certain things have to be grounded, that they're not functioning anymore. So it's kind of like, I would say it's a call for action for sure, because absolutely everywhere I see something is going on, and it looks like that is a flavor of these 2 weeks, that everybody will be coming to some kind of conclusion over somebody or something. And here this could be also children, something that has to do and has to be made like, I mean, aware, or some issue taken care of. But in any case, is like something from the past that is kind of like still maybe existing, even though it could be just romanticizing the past to that level. So what is behind that was this kind of feeling of, you know, of the Hanged Man, and sort of like things that happen were kind of interesting, because you see the kitty trying to hold on to here. It's kind of interesting because it's willingly surrendering yourself to experience and situation. It is almost deciding not to take action. Maybe something happened where you just pull Houdini. Maybe you're the one who disappeared. Maybe somebody else disappeared. But this is really, looks like to me, means recognizing when is the right time to do something. It's definitely considered connected to something marital or some religious choices. These are some kind of issues that were born of being involved, or being the third party yourself, Aquarius, or having anxiety over certain things that happened to you. Maybe it was something traditional, and Aquarius being very untraditional, that didn't work out well, and it's making you completely be out of your element, and trying to figure out how to approach it, how to deal with that situation, what to do with this. And yet you really want to get yourself rid of yourself from this anxious feelings. It's kind of some issue, something, or you want somebody to come to you and resolve the situation, and you're trying to see that from their standpoint, or you're trying to see it from different standpoint for yourself, just to see if this also is something you should be even considering, and how to go about that. It is really actually interesting. That definitely talks about some commitment. It talks about nervousness about some commitment, or it could be that some of your Aquarians might be actually going to the next phase, maybe getting engaged. This can actually all mean that you kind of like have a partner, that you're getting engaged, and right now you're going to this next phase, but you're feeling not fully comfortable to do that and to make this step. Or for the others, it can be just the opposite, trying to finish one phase to go to another. So whichever way it is, because this is 9, and it's kind of, karma is asking you, you have to wrap it up, you have to stop with this, you know, enough is enough, so let's deal with this. Some of you, some of us, because I'm Aquarians, are not going to be dealing with this, so karma will be dealing with us for that reason. So you see, we are going to continue with, oh, I really cannot make my decision, I'm still weak, I still cannot do it. And you know, we get Tower. Then it's going to be, okay, something will happen. And this is one possible trajectory, guys. It's kind of like in this spread, it can show you things you can control, things you cannot control. So I'm giving you two possible alternate futures. So you will really know which one is happening for you if you find yourself in it, or also given what kind of steps you take. So literally you have options of affecting your karma. So here karma is going to say, if finally it's not over for whatever reason, something will happen here that might kind of like disturb the status quo, right? So it's unexpected event, something that changes everything. It's sort of like that destroys everything, but at the same time it's a breakthrough, right? Creating something new and appropriate reality. It's kind of something that was immobilizing you before in the past, that maybe kind of like took this like downward spiral. Right now it's going to be corrected, and I think it's going to be corrected in a way. It maybe could be related to a third person here, and something that was not feeling like right thing, something that was just like not all together, pulled together properly. And it's going to come to the clearance right now and saying, you know what, we have to set it on the proper ground. So whether the communication is going to be here with somebody from the past, if that was somebody from the past, and discussing options, or putting it on the proper ground and saying this has to be proper give and take, or else it's not going to be. There are many other options in life. So this is kind of like recognizing that you have a say. And so since this card's always upright, this Tower can be both something sneaking up on you, like suddenly, or it could be that, you know, it's like sneaking up that you kind of see the elements of things can happen, like sort of you have conversations with somebody and they're trying to nudge you into certain directions, so you kind of have a feeling where this is going, or it could be just like suddenly something happens. Suddenly somebody just kind of like does something, or things happen, or you just decide, well, I'm just checking out, this is not in for me, I'm not feeling this give and take. It could be any of those. So I'll tell you what I think it happened, but this is one trajectory. Second trajectory is this kind of either alternate reality, or sometimes both. Sometimes one is building on top of another, because you see there you have a focus. Here we have a focus, a Seven of Chalices, Seven of Cups. So Seven of Cups is like, you know, if they're saying beggars are not choosers, right? So obviously if you have all these options, there are possibilities, and you are actually so tired of possibilities that you don't want to choose them, and the fact of not choosing them, you're kind of losing and kind of have to rebalance your life. Here in this trajectory, you actually are deciding, well, this is important, I want to choose happiness, it is very important for me, I have to kind of serve myself. There are issues over here as well, also kind of like mixed energies, sort of like you understand that you have to cut certain things off because you have been defensive over certain things and you're trying to hold on your position, you're trying to kind of defend yourself. Maybe it was even trying to win the battle, kind of like really get to this final stage, and you thought this is going to make you happy, but in this position most likely this is going to be cut off, because you will realize that certain things are actually truly not creating you happiness, right? Certain things are still kind of like having the flavor of this like Nine of Swords. So this is 9, guys. This is 9. It's kind of like residue of things that we are entering into this period. And then we are going to 1. So that means this is finishing, and there is one more stage between 9 and 1, and this is a 10, and 10 is both 9 and 1 in 1, and we have this in our karma, and this is the karma that we have in our wings for the next 2 weeks. And check it out, this is this 10. So that feeling of anxiety is actually the feeling of being backstabbed, and yes, it was about some kind of relationship, it was about somebody who who maybe didn't approach it in a traditional way. Maybe somebody forgot to say they are in a relationship. Maybe somebody forgot to say they are married. Maybe somebody said they will be with us, but they didn't. It could be any way that kind of forced us to kind of rethink why we have been involved into it. But in any case, we did violate ourselves in some way, because you're backstabbed, because you don't keep your eyes open, because you're too good, right? But nevertheless, we are crossing over. We are crossing over to the safety, and it is really important, because this is realizing, okay, it didn't work. I do understand, but I have to leave this turbulence. And this is kind of like our train of thought, which is kind of really, really important. And it's like mixed with judgment, which again talks about the past. You see, 10 is from the past, and we are kind of freeing ourselves. So this is talking about a dead situation, and literally here is dead, and it's sort of like becoming a new situation. Something that was dead is becoming a new situation, but sort of like a judgment of the situation is clarified into something else. So while this doesn't work, I have to cross over, and I have to make sure that something like this doesn't happen again, because that was painful, right? And you see, we have then 10 over here, which is kind of again the end. We have Tower, then we have 9, going from 9 to 1, and then going from 9 to 10 to 1. It's going to be a lots of rapta, and this is in 1 again, like lots of ends. It can also mean reviving, possible. It's a remote possibility. I really think what's going to happen is fully reaching closure, and kind of chasing after our own happiness, and kind of understanding this balance thing. So we have a 6 here, we have a 6 here, and we have a 6 here. So this 666, of course, it is call it wherever you want, but we also have 2 9s over here. We have 1 10, so these are closure cards, and then we also have 1 1 and 1 here, so that will be the same as 10. So it goes to show that we have both closure and new beginnings. So some of us in that kind of transition might want to do it, but like certain things in one direction is going to be that karma is going to tell us, look, if you don't want to make a decision, I'll make it for you. So literally like that. So guys, remember that you do want to start, we do want to start something new. You want to maybe revise something from the past. But karma is saying you really have to think about it. You really want it, because look, this is the trajectory you have been going, trying to get into the situation, into something that is tolerable for you. So do you really now, when you did all of that, want to go back? Because this can happen, and this is possibly when the karma is going to step in and say, oh no, 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 let's try to build it on a proper ground. And then possibly it's being built on a proper ground over here, in kind of equality, kind of give and take in equal way. The second path here is saying, okay, I am crossing over, I am building something new for myself, and I'm getting this completely new perspective, right, which you have here from this hanged cat. And this perspective is bringing you newfound freedom, where I understand that I actually don't have to be defensive, and I'm going to cut off everything that is non-productive. So it is possible in many directions. So let me just pull the Love Oracle card. Here we go. We have a jumper. Yeah, you see, separation. Time apart from your partner is on the horizon. So yeah, it is somebody from the past that kind of like is not having a function. The emotions are actually, believe it or not there. What is torment for Aquarius is the see, that's what means separation, I guess, these 2 cards. And yeah, we have a sun in here, separation. So yeah, I can see that now. But it's more than separation. It's going to the better place, and this new place is going to be much better and happier. So as I said, some of you, however, I do see actually starting afresh. But this can also mean starting afresh, first to be separated. You have to actually pull yourself out to divide the energy, and in order to start something new. So yeah, Aquarius, let me know what you think, and if you want a private reading with me, just please contact me. My all information is contact information is in the description below, but you can check my website www.cattarot.ca. Thank you. Love you.